Weekly forecast August 14th to 20th, 2023 Powerful New Moon Week. Greetings, I am Asiya Batool astrologer presenting you the weekly forecast commencing on Monday, August the 14th, 2023. This is a very significant week because on Wednesday the 16th is a new moon. Now we have new moons every 4 weeks. This one is in Leo. Wherever Leo falls in your chart, that's where most of your attention and priorities will be drawn to. But this Leo new moon is in a hard angle to rebellious, unpredictable Uranus, and there could be a lot of surprises. Plus, we are starting off with Venus and retrograde. There will be 3 other, so we're starting off this new moon with 4 retrograde planets. And before the full moon on the 30th, when everything comes to a head and culminates, will be in 6 retrograde planets. Now before I look at what's happening on each day, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. On Monday the 14th, the moon has just entered Leo. The moon goes from sign to sign every 2.5 days. Very early on the 16th will be the new moon in Leo. Now when the moon is in Leo, Leo is very extroverted, playful, fiery, dynamic, so a lot of good energy. Plus, the fact that the sun these first 3 weeks of August is always in Leo, that's why August is a major vacation time for many people. Now because Leo also rules playfulness, children, vacations, parties, and that moon in Leo is that strong emotional need to like. Let's get on with it. Let's have some fun. On Tuesday, the moon in extroverted Leo will be in a hard angle to expansive Jupiter from about 9 to 11 a.m. daylight time. The hard angle, it's a square, could be too much tension. Now the moon or your emotional needs. Jupiter is all this benefit, lucky, expansive energy. But when the emotional moon is squaring Jupiter, we can overdo it emotionally. Our expectations may be really high that it could setting us up for a drop, so moderation. And if you're having any kind of conversations or meetings in that late morning, keep the bar low. The moon will then cross over a retrograde Venus. Because Venus is retrograding in Leo, this is going to peak around 6 p.m. maybe up to 7 p.m. That moon is emotional bonding, need for union, for love too, for togetherness. But the Venus is retrograde. This could be a positive if you've gotten off track, if there's been some misunderstanding, some mishaps since Venus went retrograde. This early evening hopefully you might be able to come to some reconciliation, some resolvements. Now on Wednesday, the new moon will be forming an exact 90-degree angle to Uranus. Uranus is liberating, rebellious, revolutionary, and it's in a hard angle to that new moon. So there is going to be a tremendous amount of excitement to tension with a lot of unexpected new directions, new surprises. At the same time, ambitious, assertive Mars will be in harmony with Uranus. That gives a lot of courage, a lot of forcefulness. Now all that dynamic energy being set up with the new moon on the 16th will be unfolding and processing until everything that's indicated on this new moon day will have fully been understood or fully manifested by the full moon on August the 30th. Now I think there could be a lot of rebellion with the Uranus around the world that could play out with mass protesting, which we have recently seen in Israel, but it could also mean riots. This new moon is trying to break through old stuck patterns, and with the 4 retrograde planets to start off the new moon, on the 23rd, Mercury goes retrograde, on the 29th, Uranus goes retrograde, bringing the total to 6 retrograde planets. This is a time of major readjustments going on for the whole world, but it's very positive. It could be a very good opportunity to reset where your life is headed. Also right after the new moon, which can trigger so many dynamic, surprising energies, the moon goes void, of course. Now the moon goes void, of course, for a long time or a short time every 2.5 days, when it's changing signs. When the moon is changing signs, it's no longer making any aspects to other planets, the energy is flat and unproductive. So this moon will be void of course from 2:39 a.m. on Wednesday until 4:15 p.m., which point the moon enters into Virgo for 2.5 days. Virgo is sensible, it's practical, it's grounded, it's able to get the work task done, coming out of this powerful new moon where everything is so dynamic and fiery, but with that void of course period, which is quite a few hours. Here you should not launch any important new projects. Hopefully you don't start a new job, because when you would do, for example, if you launched a website, started a job, began a new event and the moon is void of course, the outcome is very sluggish or it's just a disappointment, because there's not enough energy. On Thursday, now the moon's in Virgo, there's no other planetary events going on with the moon or other planets. So in many ways this can be a calming day after all that excitement that was being triggered off. That could also, with Mars-Uranus peaking on Wednesday, they could also trigger more weather conditions that could be quite dramatic. On Friday, the moon is continuing in analytical sensible Virgo, work-oriented Virgo, but the moon is triggering a number of planets through Friday, so it's going to be an active day. Around 10:11 a.m., the moon is crossing over rational analytical Mercury. This is a good time to be sharing, talking about your feelings or really analyzing or reflecting on your past, good for counseling, good for an astrology reading. Around 3 to 4 p.m., the moon will be in harmony with innovative Uranus. This Uranus with the moon can also represent your habits, your routine patterns, and when it's in harmony with innovative liberating Uranus, we can get out of our stuck habits, we can have more excitement to do something new and adventurous. Around 6 to 7 p.m. then the moon is crossing over fiery Mars, so there could be a lot of enthusiasm or a lot of tension. If you're feeling really irritable that you might find in yourself being a bit touchy, argumentative, I always suggest go. Take a walk, go breathe, exercise, get the anxious energy out of your body. On Saturday, now the moon has just entered into fair-minded sociable Libra. There's no other planetary events and it's good for a Saturday night because Libra is charming, it's creative, it's cooperative, but the Libra wants fair-minded win-win situations and very sociable. On Sunday, as the moon continues in Libra, in the early afternoon that the moon are these emotional needs, our emotional responses being in Libra, it wants harmony, it wants togetherness, and early afternoon it's going to be in harmony with Venus. Venus is the planet associated with Libra. Venus is about love, contentment, cooperation, diplomacy. That early afternoon you excellent for romance, excellent for expressing yourself creatively, excellent for attending a party, socializing, going to entertainment. Venus, I want to thank you for watching. Until next week, be safe and well. It will be an honor if you will subscribe my channel, as it helps me to grow my channel. Thank you.